Oh wow, we just heard a crash. Holy moly. And I think he's going away. Oh wow. Should you buy the DJI Osmo Nano? Definitely yes. Just do it. So we're basically waiting in line after this car. That big bank yesterday was amazing. Checking out some King's tombs. Amazing archaeological sites in the day. Wow, look at that. Get some pillars. Too bad I can't fly my drone here. Small stuff. Ancient pillar right here. Nice. Yeah, I've never been in a place like this. Finally exploring stuff. More than Riga. It's spicy? Yeah. Wow. This little camera might be the best little traveler's friend. In combination with this little microphone, it's just amazing because you can get good quality sound. If you want to get even more out of it, I suggest using ND filters. They will come in really handy if we want to achieve some natural looking motion blur in our image. Can we use it's magnetized? Oh yes. So I just attached the camera to a street sign. These are the filters. Freewell sent them to me, so thank you, Freewell. This right here is a Bright Day 4-pack, and this right here is ND 1000, which basically allows you to capture some really cool long exposure time lapses with long exposures during the daytime. We'll test that out later. Quite nice. Now they are using this rubberized inside, which feels quite premium. Just take it out. This is so cool. You can just put it on the side. So ND8, will it be enough? We'll see. Now let's add this. We should have some motion blur. And currently I'm using ISO 800 because the ND16 is too strong for this situation. So let's just fix it. This polarization is amazing. I love the polarized look. Always when I have a chance, I use polarized filters because it just gets rid of those reflections. Look there. This blue part gets brighter when I twist the filter, and then it gets darker. And it just makes the colors more vibrant. The size and the removable screen. This actually was really useful on this one video shoot. I had like 5 different cameras rolling. It's like I'm on a snowy desert. What ND filters do is reduce the light hitting the sensor. That gives you possibility to get motion blur in your images like this. All my shots from the Cypress, I use the glow mist filter, which basically gave this little softer image, which is good for this very small sensor. It's quite sharp. Some may say over sharpened. You can get not as sharp images in a good way. Noise reduction and sharpness is at -2. This is an ancient camera dolly track, so you could film the things that are happening in this theater place. So this is for the ancient cameras, so they can get smooth sliding shots, so they could broadcast the show throughout the whole ancient Cyprus and maybe Greece as well. Also, I'm using this camera, this swiveling ball adapter, and I attached the Pocket 3's tripod legs on it so I can have a better grip. It works really well. Place it anywhere. You have a little handle for lower angle shots. When the camera is a bit further away from your hands, it helps out to reduce the shakes. The combination of this ball mount and the tripod legs is epic. I really enjoy this camera. One thing though, the battery life is not that great, but then again, I never had a moment where I was running out of battery. Continuing our journey to get the most out of the Osmo Nano, I have attached it to the Avara 2 in low light situation. Basically, we have winter evening, ISO 1600. Can you use this little thing as a FPV camera? Yeah, it's dark. I have never flown before with gloves on, so this is my first. We'll see how it looks. Hopefully it looks amazing. This is a frozen lake. And we have some fuck it. Want some fuck it? It's a beautiful floor.
Never seen before.
There's something more over there. Let's go check it out. Those were some very, very tiny tiles. Look pretty cool. Wow. Those tiny tiles, you gotta love them. Do you love tiny tiles?
Yeah, I love tiny tiles.
Such an amazing expression of creativity. Magnificent! Stunning! I'm lost for words. Incredible. One of the wonders of life. And someone just got hurt. Oh well. Oh yeah. Ancient stone. How is it?
Very ancient.
Very ancient. Yeah. Incredible place. Pizza review coming right up. The base was just a frozen, ready to cook base. Just perfectly circled. And it just doesn't work well with a pizza, because if you have this frozen base, the middle part where like your sauce touches the dough, it gets gooey, mushy. How can I say this nicely? It was less than average. Dang. Worst decision of today. KFC would have been a way more wiser choice. Wow, check those waves out. Oh my god. It was a lot of fun to have it in my pocket and just take it out when I need it, capture my shots smoothly. The stabilization's great. Yeah, even on an FPV drone, it works really well to achieve really cool daytime time lapses with long exposure. A really strong ND filter is required, and this right here is ND 1000, as I mentioned before, and it will allow us to achieve longer exposures, actually really long exposures, to get those clouds smeared and all the movements blurry. The process of getting the best possible shot, I usually go into photo mode to capture one shot with a bunch of different settings. The sun is going down, so let's use 13 seconds. That's pretty much what I'm looking for. A shot every 13 seconds to get the right angle. We'll be using this. Let's set it up. Let's point it straight up. Just go. So now it's capturing, and we should get a pretty cool time lapse. If you're going to buy this camera, I think you're going to enjoy it quite a lot, as I am. I do recommend to get it with the mic. I think there's a combo with this mic. Get that, and also tripod legs for the ball mount thingy. That's very handy. All around an amazing camera experience. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.